Sup guys, it's your boy Justin. So here is my collection of isometric RPGs for the PS4. Basically games I'm going to be playing instead of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, because you guys know why I'm not buying that game on launch. Which I love how people got so mad. Like with the look at the get the extension and look at the like to dislike ratio. Which, you know, people are probably like, I done goofed. You know, I had so many views on my last video and no dislikes. Guess what? I have the same amount of likes on that video that I did on this current video. So I didn't get any subs from that last video. So screw it. Okay. All because, you know, I have this thing called I have some integrity. Okay. I'm not gonna shill for a game that's not gonna get a physical release. Forget that. Oh my god. You could tell that I shot this video right after my last video because I'm still doing the Seth Rogen laugh. But yeah, this is my collection of Western RPG, isometric Western RPGs. There are some here that most of these are turn-based or real-time, and some of these are action RPGs. So we'll do like the real isometric, you know, RPGs first, and then we'll do the turn-based. And I have one game, sorry, the action RPGs, and I have one game here that's not really isometric RPG outside of, well, it is when it comes to the battles. But, you know, it's mostly like a first-person dungeon crawler, and then when the battles happen, it's isometric, you know, strategy RPG. But that game is still D&D simulator, and most isometric RPGs are D&D simulators, so that's why I have this on the list. So yeah, first game is Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. This was a Kickstarter game, rated M for M. Rated M for mature. Sorry, I'm currently playing this game again. Yeah, you start off with two party members because this game was supposed to be co-op. I don't know why you would think like co-op was a good idea for isometric RPG. But yeah, I started off with a human fighter, tank build, and like a wayfarer, which is basically like a combination of a ranger and mage. Yeah, so I don't know, I like this game, but it has its problems. The build, like the skill system is fucked in this game. I don't give a shit what anybody says. There's too many important skills and stats, and every time you level up they don't give you enough points like to level up anything. So it's, and there's no grinding in the game outside of like doing quests, and you'll eventually run out of shit like monsters to kill. So that makes the game kind of difficult. All right, but yeah, just letting you know. So yeah, I am going to try to beat this game and review it. Next is Divinity Original Sin 2. This is the Definitive Edition. I don't know what the fuck that means. Here, if you look closely, that's obviously Joaquin Phoenix. They ripped off Joaquin Phoenix's face. I played a little bit of this game. It is better than Divinity Original Sin 1. But yeah. I haven't played much of this game because I'm like, oh, I should probably go back and play the original, even though the original is not as good as this one that everybody says. Next is Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, which comes with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and it also comes with a bunch of the expansions and the recent expansion that came out in, 2015, Siege of Dragonspear, which I think is supposed to take place in between Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, because as soon as I beat Baldur's Gate 1, like, it loaded up Siege of Dragonspear. So yeah. This game is also available on Nintendo Switch. Next is Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition. Love this game. Never beat it though. It's by Obsidian. Definitely going to review this game soon. Well, not soon, you know, at some point. There's this. This is one of my favorite isometric RPGs. This was also a Kickstarter game, which I think Pillars of Eternity was too. I could be wrong. Yeah, and made by Incel Entertainment, who also did Wasteland 2 and the Bard's Tale games. Not a fan of the Bard's Tale games, though. I'm probably going to review the one on PS2. But yeah, I love this game. It's basically sci-fi meets, you know, but this is basically Phantasy Star, but if Phantasy Star had, like, you know, a medieval fantasy meets, like, sci-fi and cosmic horror. So this is a great fucking game. I love it. Fuck the haters, because apparently it's too easy. You know, the games, Western RPGs have to be hard to be considered good, I guess, which is fucking dumb. Next is Banner Saga Trilogy, which this game mostly plays like Oregon's Trail, but once in a while there's like tactical combat. But yeah, I played the first game, almost beat it. But like it gets really fucking hard. I guess it comes with all 3 games. I didn't even know there was more than like 2. Because I originally bought this game on Steam back in the day. But yeah, they released the trilogy on PS4. It's a pretty good game. I like it. We're gonna review at some point. Next is the Dwarves, which I haven't played this game. Apparently, it's based off the Mark Heights novel, which I saw at the thrift store last time I was there. Not for my last book haul. Well, the last, because I bought books in my last haul. The haul before that, that's when I saw it. But I'm like, I'm not buying that book. I should have bought it. It has a shitty cover. That's the thing. Yeah, I haven't played this game. Apparently, this game is good, but it's only 10 fucking hours. Thank God I bought this game really cheap, because 10 hours is insane, especially for a game that's not an action RPG. This is like a strategic. This is a strategic RPG, right? Oh, this is tactical real-time battles. I heard it was like a strategy RPG. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it. We're gonna review it because it's 10 hours. Holy fuck, I have to. Next is Blackguards 2. Not a fan of this game, but I'm going to give it another chance because apparently the game is short. And, this game is set in the Dark Eye. I didn't fucking know that. The Dark Eye is basically the German version of Dungeons & Dragons. They have like a bunch of games from, you know, like well, there was like one action RPG on Steam, and there's a bunch of point-and-click adventure games. Right, and there's one that's like a D&D simulator. This is a strategy RPG. The first game was all right. You could actually make your own character. This game, you have to play as a female, which is you have to play the game as a woman, which is like, what the fuck? I could have picked whatever I want in the first game. In the second one, you have to pick, like, you have to play a specific character, but you can choose like what kind of weapon she wields, what kind of magic, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'm kind of going to play this game because it kind of, like, I was, you know, because, well, sometimes when I read books, I kind of think of, okay, what's a video game I have in my collection that kind of reminds me of this? And I was kind of, when I was reading the call-in parts in the second Sword of Troops book, which is called The Stone of Tears, I was thinking, you know, this would be a good game to roleplay as Colin. So yeah, I'm probably going to play this game at some point. Then it is supposed to be short. I probably should show the other Dark Eye game I have, which is Realms of Arcana, Blade of Destiny, which is another Dark Eye game. It's not fucking focusing. But yeah, this game has really shitty graphics. It's the thing where it's like, it's isometric RPG for the battles, but then outside of battles, it's like first person from what I remember. And the game is basically a D&D simulator. But there's a time limit. The main story is you have to form a party to stop a horde of orcs, and you have like a time limit, right? So that makes the game kind of, I don't know if the time limit is generous or not, but yeah, it takes forever to level. Just like in Dungeons & Dragons, it takes forever to level up, and everything's super expensive, and it's hard to make money. Which there is a mechanic where, like, you could have your party members put skills into, like, you know, like into musical instruments and stuff, and you can have them play like play music at taverns to make money, right? And the character portraits are actually really good, right? So that's like one of the saving graces of this game. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know if I would ever play this game again, or try to beat it. Maybe if I was like, because like there are better Dungeons and Dragons simulators. So yeah, I don't know. Next is Wasteland 2 Director's Cut by Inside Entertainment. Yeah, I like the game, but it's the thing where you make your own party, but then when you play the game, you can have actual characters with personality join your party, right? So it's like, what the fuck? I might as well get rid of these other assholes, but you put points into their shit. It's like, what the fuck? But if you're one of those people that hate RPGs that have like where you have to have skills that outside of combat, like like survival skills or shit like that, because you have to make sure like your characters eat and drink water every once in a while. So yeah, if you hate that shit, this is not the game for you. But if you put in an easier, like difficulty, and you go with the pre-made like character builds, the game is actually pretty good, right? Though I didn't think the pre-made character builds were that good, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I like the game, right? I would definitely one day, play and try to beat it, though I'm not a fan of post-apocalyptic RPGs. But there are some sci-fi elements, right? Next is Battle Chasers Night War, which is based off the Image comic book. This was another Kickstarter game. Apparently, like, there was some shit where if the game got fully funded and reached a certain tier, the guy who created Night Battle Chasers, the comic book, was supposed to put out more comics, and apparently he never did until recently. So yeah, a lot of people were pissed off about that. And like he was supposed to write and draw it. He's only writing the new series. So yeah. Besides from that, I want to play this game. It looks interesting. Though I kind of don't like the main character. Like the main character basically is a little girl, which I like the cool guy better. I like the cool guy who's obviously inspired by Gara, but everybody says he's a Guts ripoff. No. If you look at his design, he looks more like Gara. Which Gara, I can see why people would make that mistake, because Gara pretty much looks a lot like Guts. But the differences between Guts and Gara is Gara has both eyes, have both fucking arms, right? Yeah, but others that, we're going to review this game at some point. Okay, next we're going to go to the action RPGs. Here's Titan Quest, which is basically a Diablo clone, with a Greek mythological setting, which is a pretty cool game. Never beat it, but someday I will. Next is Vikings, Wolves of Meguard. If you look at the two characters on the cover, they clearly ripped off the characters from that Vikings TV show, which I forget the guy's name. Is it Ragnar? I don't know. It's the guy from the World of Warcraft movie. But yeah, I don't know. I liked it, but I'm not a fan of the You know, because even though, yeah, the Viking, you know, aesthetic is somewhat cool, the mythology is cool, the weapons and armor aren't really. So that's kind of like the main problem of the game. But, you know, it is fun. Next is the Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, which comes with all the expansions, all the playable characters. I've only beaten the main game, so at some point, maybe we'll play the other two expansions and review that. Because I really want to play as the Necromancer and Templar. Yeah. Last is Shadows Awakening, which is apparently the sequel to a obscure computer RPG. This game is basically a Diablo clone, but in like a dark fantasy world that's set in basically like the Middle East, kinda. Well, it's like a basically what the fuck is the what's that famous fantasy book that's basically that was the fucking inspiration for Aladdin? Oh my god. It's like Arabian Nights or something. Romance Arabian Nights. I don't know. But yeah, this game's a little different because it's like you play as a ghost or something who can recruit champions called puppets. He basically resurrects dead heroes that you play as. And it's an action RPG where you can play as different characters, but you can only have like one or two party members at a time, I think. Then again, it's an action RPG, right? There are puzzles in the game. There's like side quests and stuff. This game does look interesting, but it's like I was a little pissed off because I picked this guy because I'm like, oh, he looks just like Raziel from Legacy of Kain, and then you play as him, and he doesn't have the cool bandana over his face. He basically has a beard and he has a bow. So it's like, what the fuck? I thought that was going to be a rogue character, and he's like an archer character. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll review this game at some point. Apparently it's super short. So yeah, that's all the games, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much all my isometric RPGs that we're gonna be playing, other than, you know, fucking Baldur's Gate 3. Which apparently, Baldur's Gate 3, they were so... I heard this from Synthetic Man. Apparently, they were so fucking pissed off that people were playing only as human characters that they got rid of the racial... They modified the racial traits. So now humans, normal humans, are the worst kind of... is the worst race to play as. So it's like, what the fuck? Oh my god. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Peace.